All right, what's up, everybody? This is Tim Ryushima, Static Boards. You know the bit. Here with another video for you guys. My bad, just dropped my wrist guard. Anyways, here for another video. I'm gonna go over modeling a little bit more advanced stuff, kink rails, hubbas, stair sets, a little bit more into that. That should give a lot of the newer people stuff to work on, and that should get you to the point of pretty much making a map. Um, then I'm going to be able to start pumping out the different aspects where people are having trouble with stuff like texturing and stuff like that, and really getting those videos out. But we'll just keep going with this for now because I feel like you need to get a nice basis of Blender and playing around with modeling and understanding fast ways to make rails, ways to mess up stuff, how to repeat it faster and fix yourself. So we're going to go over all that. So we're going to open up Blender as usual, and we're going to go ahead and make a brand new one, general. Trying to get my, there we go. All right, we're going to get rid of all this. All right, blank scene. First thing we should do, always import our skater. Import, file, import, FBX. Go to where you have your skater file located, which I'm not going to continue putting them in the bottom of the video because they're actually going to all be on the Discord where you found the links to these videos specifically. So if you don't have the Discord, that will be in the description of the video, but that's where all the any files you need to get are going to be now. I did end up posting all them. I didn't really want to because they weren't my files to post, but then again I thought about it and decided that my Discord can be used as my file safe to keep all them. So I posted all the files, credits to everybody that made them. I'm not trying to steal anybody's work, but I use them a lot and I need them, and if people decide to pull their work, that's on them, but I want to keep what I got. So that's just how that works. But anyways, we'll grab our low poly model, which is also on the Discord, and you should have this already from the first couple videos. So we have our skater. I like to grab him G, Y, move him out the way. I did get a new little program down here to help with, buttons and stuff, so hotkeys should be a little bit easier now. So let's just jump right into doing stairs. So the way to do stairs, there's tons of ways, but the way I do stairs, I learned from a video from Enoch and kind of just ran with that. But make a plane, Shift A, go to Mesh, make a plane. Once you have your plane, we'll scale it up. Most of the time I hit S and just scale with stuff like this. I kind of want to make this a runway, so I want to hit S and X and scale it, kind of like that, maybe a little wider, and then on the Y too, just to make it a little longer so he's got some run up, because he's going to start over here and you want him to have some run up to hit this stair set, right? I mean, we could even click the floor, hit tab, go into edit mode, click this edge, click edge select, click this G, Y, grab it and move it out this way, So I think that's pretty good. That gives them a lot of extra. So with stairs, there's a few things you can do. Technically, you can grab the floor, go into edit mode, grab this edge, hit E to extrude, hit Z, bring it down how you want it, hit E, hit Y, bring it out how you want it, and make your stair. That's how a lot of people do it when they're new. That's how I did it at first. Problem is, you're going to run into knot proportions. The stairs are going to be weird. There's going to be huge drops when you wanted it more slant. So there's a lot of issues like that. So for doing stairs, I think I have another video on this YouTube that I did for another admin in the Facebook group. And that was just a quick run through. You could always reference that too if you want a faster paced video. He's a little into map making already, so when I know people are into it, I can already kind of run them through faster because I know what they know. But I'm assuming all of you people watching this are brand new, so I mean, even if you're not, I'm sure you're picking up stuff that you didn't know or methods that you didn't know because there is a million ways to do everything. So, but with stairs, what I like to do is click the edge, do E for extrude, and I do Y. Now, after you hit E and Y, you're still in extrude mode and you're still on the Y axis, but you haven't touched anything. Even if you did touch it when like that, whatever, it's fine. But you have it sitting there. You're going to type in 0.4. Now, your stair went backwards when it should go forward. So if you go up next to your 0 key, you'll see your minus or negative. Just push that and it'll bring it out. Click it and you accepted it now. So there's your 0.4 out. Now you're going to hit E again. You're going to hit Z this time and you're going to hit 0.1 and then same thing, hit that negative key once again, hit enter. Okay, so now you have one stair. You can do whatever you want with this. You can go 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.2s, 0.4s, whatever you want. But I'm warning you now, 0.4 by 0.2, or 0.4 by point, wait, did I make this 0.2? I'm sorry, this should be 0.1. Okay, so this, I think I did actually do 0.1. Yeah, I did do 0.1, sorry. Yeah, so this was right. So this is 0.4 and this is 0.1. This is the best stair. You have 0.4, 0.1. I mean, when you see what I do in a minute, you'll see why. If you go like 0.2 on this, the drop is straight down steep. And like, you'll see when you mess around with it, making it yourself, but after you get this edge out and this edge down, you got your 0.4, your 0.1. You're going to click face select. You're going to click the top one, shift click the bottom one, and you're going to hit P, and this little menu pops up. You're going to hit selection. Okay, so now what you did is you just separated these two pieces from the floor here. Now you're going to hit tab to go back into object mode and click anywhere off, just off on the side somewhere. Now click your stair, hit G, and you'll see it's not part of that now. It's separate. So right click to let go of it. If you accidentally left clicked and you're like that, just Control Z. Okay, undo. Remember, Control Z is always undo. And I think Control Shift Z or Control Shift Y. No, I don't remember what the hell redo is. Oh, Control Shift Z. I was right. It's just not possible to redo that, I guess. Anyways, so now you have your stair here. You're going to come over here and click this little wrench, which is the modifier menu. You're going to go to add modifier. You're going to go to array. When you click array, it's going to make this funky shape over there with the stair. You're going to come back over here to this menu, and there's going to be this factor XYZ and relative offset. You're going to leave the offset on. For the X, the Y, the Z, you're going to change the X to 0, the Y to -1, and the Z to -1. Now, you have two stairs. But this cool thing about this is you can come back over here to count, and you can make as many stairs as you want. Now you see what I mean about the perfect stair set. When you try to go bigger or smaller, it's not. If you want to do like a 3 stair into like a bank or something, that's different. You can go crazy with sizing, but like if you're trying to do like a nice 10 or 15 stair, you got to do the 0.4 by 0.1, or you'll just have a really rough time. You'll do it and you'll be like, oh, this is ugly. You'll do this part and you'll be like, yeah, no. You'll go back like that. But the thing with this is, if I was to hit tab right now, the only thing I have here is this stair. The rest of this is invisible. The reason for that is because this is a modifier. Modifier is just showing you what you're doing. When you're done, you're going to come here and you're going to hit apply, which you can only do apply in object mode like this. So you have to hit tab, go back to object mode, and you can go to apply. But before we do that, I'm going to click this again. I'm going to make this a 8 stair. Yeah. So, little trick, before you apply the modifier, and there's a reason before, if you tab out to object mode and you click your stair, if you hit Shift D and then hit Y on the Y axis, you duplicate it and you move it over on the Y. So now you can just move that to the side for the moment and leave it there. But the cool thing is, since you didn't already apply the modifier on this stair set, the modifier also is not applied. So you can actually make this like a 10 stair. So you can make like an 8 into a flat into a 10. Okay, instead of having an 8, duplicating it, and having an 8. You can still modify this one separate from this one, which is a little thing I figured out that I didn't see in a video. I thought was pretty cool, because I was like, well, what if I want like a 4 stair and then, a 8 stair, and that's how you do it. So now I'm done. I can come here, or I can tab back into object mode. So now I'm in object mode. Click this one. Come to this little arrow over here. Open that menu. Go to apply. Boom, I applied it. So now if I click it, I have full stairs and a full set. So now we're going to come over here. Do the same thing to this one. We're going to click it. We're going to hit apply. Boom. So now that one's applied too. Now, what I do is I click the stair, the first one. I tab into edit mode. When I'm in edit mode, I click this edge, the bottom of the edge here. I hit extrude E, and then I hit Y, and I'll bring it out. Now, this is something I kind of eyeball. I kind of imagine how I'm going to want my kink rail, how long I'm going to want the flat part, and that's pretty much what I do. Sometimes I don't do the kink rail and I want it a little far so you could land and quick feed into the next set. It depends on what you're trying to do. For our sake, we're just doing a quick little nice kink, so we're going to do right about there. Now here's the fun part. Since we didn't do this before, but we're supposed to do this every time we start up, is make sure we come up here and turn on this vertex, the vertex snapping. Just the vertex. You don't have to turn this on. You can leave that off. But just that. And we can now click this stair set, hit G, hold control, and snap it to this corner. But you're like, wait, it's not snapped. So what happens is, if an object is above another object, the vertices reads differently to the snap. So I don't know why it's a Blender bug. A lot of people say. I don't get it. So the easy way to fix this is when you have it in G and you hold control and you snap it over here, you're going to hit G again and hit Z and bring it underneath it. Then you're going to send it. Then you click it. And then you're going to hit G, Z again, hold control, and it'll snap back up to that corner now. I don't know why, but yeah, some things you have to bring underneath and over. The other thing I like to do, this is for texturing purposes, but I'll just kind of run it by real quick. So right now we have our floor up here. We have our stair and our floor that's connected. And then we have our floor down here, or our stair here. So when you texture something, depending on how you're going to do it, each thing you want separate from one another. So in this case, you want the stairs to be separate from the floor. So I would click this. I would hit tab, go to face select, click the floor, hit P, selection, tab back out, and click over here. And now my floor is separate from my stairs. Now, if I plan to do the stairs the same, I'm going to click one, I'm going to click the other, and I'm going to hit Control J, and I'm going to combine those two. Okay, same thing with the floor. If this is going to be the same as this, I'm going to click those. I'm going to combine those. So now I have, if you get rid of the skater, we have two objects in our scene, the stairs, the floor. So that just makes everything a lot easier. But now I'm going to show you how to make the kink rail and Hubbas at the same time. So rails are a little bit easier this way. There's another method I didn't show you earlier with the two rails I did show in the first video. This is that method now. So for this sake of doing this grind, we're going to want to take the floor, click it, go into edit, face mode, take this top one, hit P, selection, and then back out. So now we just separated these two. Because for this grind right now, we're going to want to click the stairs, shift, click this floor, and then hit Control J to join all of this together. Now that we have all of this joined together, we're going to click it. We're going to hit Tab. You're going to go kind of like this, sideways at it. Now, you're going to drag from the bottom and try to get this whole edge. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This edge right here is what we're trying to grab. So you want to come up here and go to Edge Select, and you want to click and highlight just this. Now, see my mouse was up here and I highlighted this, but it didn't grab it. That's good. We didn't want this line, and it's not part of our object, so it shouldn't have grabbed it, which is exactly how we want it. So now you got this weird line thing here. Now you want to hit Shift D to duplicate it. Now you got, that. You want to hit Z and do 0.7. Okay, 0.6, 0.7 is your sweet spot for your hip, for your rail, for your nice handrail height. You could go 0.75, 0.8 for, those hard to pop on ones, but that's all preference. But I'll show you right now how we're going to manipulate this and mess with it. So we're going to make one, and then we're going to duplicate it because we're going to use one to do the ledge, and we're going to do one to use the rail. And then that's probably going to be this video, is this rail, this ledge, and then I'll split this up into a two-parter because this is actually a lot for, one video. I'm already at 18 minutes here. So now you got this. Make sure it's selected, all of that. You're going to want to hit P, selection, and that's going to separate it from everything else. Hit Tab, go back into object mode, click off, click it again. Now you're going to want to hit, let me see, I got to do this right. Now you're going to want to click, make sure it's clicked, hit Tab and go into edit mode, hit A, and then go into vertice up here. So you have A selects all of it, vertice mode. Now come up here and you're going to want to go to mesh, and you're going to want to come down to clean up, and you want to go to merge by distance. Now, that just deleted 18 vertices that you didn't see that were here. So, the double vertices. Now, we want to make our rail. You want to click this second dot, not the first one at the bottom, but the second one right there. Then you want to hold Shift and Control, and you want to click the dot right below the... it's hard to explain. This dot's going to disappear in a minute. So you want to keep that dot and the very first dot. So go ahead and dissolve. You want to right click and go to dissolve vertices. Get rid of those. This one too, right click it, dissolve it. I don't know why that one was there. So that's what you got for those. Now over here, same thing. Not this first one, but you want to click the one above it. Hold Shift and Control and click the one below the top one there. Dissolve. And yeah, this is preference. You want a straight here, or do you want it to just start straight on a down? That's all preference. We'll leave it for now because I think that actually looks kind of cool like that. Now, what I like to do is go up here, click your little spin wheel until you get that side angle, okay? I like to grab this side angle, come up a little bit so I can see it, and I like to adjust a few things. So I'll click this vertice right here. if you double click G or double push G, sorry, like that, you can slide along the vertice line, along the edge line. So I like to double hit G and bring it out just a little bit to give it a little less pound down on the kink there. Same thing with this one. I like to bring it in a little bit. The bottom, I like to bring it up. So I'll hit G, Z, bring it up a little bit. I like to give people enough time to do, like, pop off the rail. That's just not me. I don't know. These two, they look good, so we're just going to leave them. Now, the other part is we have to, while we're still in edit mode, hit A again, select everything. Then we got to hit edge mode. Now when we're in edge select and we have everything selected, hit E to extrude, Z, and you're going to want to bring it down just a little past the stairs. My trick is I don't try to match the stair. I go through it a little bit like that, because if there's something I don't like later on, like I want it a little higher or a little lower, I have that extra play right there to either raise it or lower it. And this is going to be in the middle of the stairs here, so it's not like you're really going to see anything once, you know, it's finished and everything. But yeah, so we extruded that down. Once you extrude it down, you're going to right click while it's still selected, and you're going to hit delete edges. Okay, so now you have your pretty much rail here. Something I forgot was the part for our ledge. So what we're going to do is real quick, while we have our rail selected, go into edit mode. You're going to click this edge going down, hold shift, click this edge going across, and this edge going up. Just those three edges. Then you're going to hit shift D to duplicate. You're going to hit X, and you're just going to move it over a little bit. Just move it over a little bit away from this rail right now. I messed up, so we'll deal with that later. Now make sure you click all three of these. Hit P, selection, and now that's gone. So that's by itself over there. We can deal back with our rail. Sorry about that little detour. Forgot to do that. Anyways, now we're on our rail. Make sure it's selected. Hit tab to go into edit mode. Then you want to go to edge select. You want to click this first one, shift click this, and click that one. Just these posts. You don't want to click the two outside posts of the rail. You just want to click any of the inside. If there was two here, there's three here, one here, you want to click all of these. But you don't want to click the last ones on the outside. Click those, hit P, select, tab, click it, click, you know, anywhere. That'll get you back to your rail now. So now you're going to want to hit tab to go back in edit mode. Change this to vertice. Let me see something. Change this to vertices. You want to click this one, and you're going to want to click, I don't know, because of that thing. Do I need to click that one? No. So yeah, I just need to do this. No, I'm sorry. These two. There we go. Yeah. So you're going to click these two vertices, this one, shift click this one. You normally, I don't do this extension thing here, so I have this one that I'm doing, but we're doing this. So click that, shift click this one. Now you're going to want to hit Control Shift B. And what that does is it bevels. Whoa. Okay. It does bevel on the rail. You can see on the left side, it bevels it. And then if you scroll, it makes it into an edge, like a rounded edge. So now you can do that bevel and submit it. You can do it as much as you want, as little as you want. Now after that, you're going to hit tab, so you're back in object mode. Click the same rail. You're going to hit Control A, and you're going to go to all transforms. Now you're going to click your post. You're going to hit Control A. You're going to go to All Transforms. Now you're going to click your rail again. You're going to go to Object right here at the top. While in object mode still, you're going to go to Convert To, and you're going to put Curve from Mesh Text. So it didn't do anything. That's because you got to go down here to your Geometry tab. Or Object Data Properties, sorry. It's called Geometry tab when it's in edit mode. Object Data Properties. Then you're going to come here and go to Geometry. Then you're going to go to Depth, which is under Bevel. And this is how I do it. 0.04 is my handrail. Okay, that's a normal handrail. That's majority of rail. 0.06 is a fatty. That's a fat rail. You can still lock your trucks on it, but it's nice and fat. If you get into the 0.08, that's where you're talking about you can just barely get your trucks on. It's really fat, kind of like the ones in front of post office barriers and stuff, like those fatty ones. So pretty much that's the rail. I see 0.03s. I honestly think it's way too small. So I do 0.04 at the minimum. So now you have 0.04 for the depth. And now for resolution, I like to do 8. 8 or anything up that's even. So like 10, 12, 14. And the reason for that is because you need it even. So you have this middle line here. If you have it odd, you'll have 2 and you won't have a middle line. And that will mess you up when you're trying to do the grind splines later. Oh, it's kind of still steep. Oh, that's a rough kink. Oh well. So now that you did that, you can hit Tab to back out. Oh, I'm sorry, you're already in object mode. Yeah, you just click off to the side. And now you're going to click the post. You're going to hit Tab. Or I'm sorry, you're not going to hit Tab. You're going to click the post while you're still in object mode. You're going to go to Object. You're going to go to Convert, Curve from Mesh Text. Change this to the same size. You can go a little smaller if you want. Same size actually looks really good and perfect. So that's usually what we do. I like to do the 8 res, like I said. Now, the trick to this is you're going to want to click this and then your rail, shift click that. And you're going to want to Control J and join them together. Because now that gets rid of any of this. It doesn't interfere with your grinds. Then you're going to want to go to Object, Convert, Mesh from Curve Meta Surf Text. So that's going to put it back to a mesh now. You're going to right click it. You're going to go Shade Smooth. You're going to go back down here to the Object Data Property. You're going to go to the Normals and you're going to check the Auto Smooth box. And there is your kink rail. You're going to click it, hit G, hit X. You're going to move it over like right there. So boom, that is an easy kink rail. Looks pretty crazy, but I bet you it skates real nice because I've skated a ton of my own kinks. Like I said, you can see the leeway that you have underneath there in case you want to raise or lower it. You try it out, you don't like it. I personally don't like this, so I kind of would I would come down here, go into edit mode, go faces, and just get rid of that. I honestly just didn't like it. It wasn't vibing with me. I think that looks way better, to be honest with you. So yeah, we'll run that. Oh, sorry. And now I'm going to show you real quick how to do the ledge. So we'll grab this, we'll hit X, hold Control, snap it to the very end, very edge here. Up top here, what we're going to do, I don't know if it's my eyes, but that line looks crooked. It's driving me nuts. Kink looks a little crooked too. I guess not. Anyways, we're going to move the origin over here like I showed you in the first video. You're going to shift and right click right here on top of your floor. And we're going to hit Shift A and do a plane. Then we're going to go R, X 90. Okay, you're gonna hit G, hold Control, and you're gonna snap it to the point, the top point of that line that we copied. This right there. Then you're gonna take the bottom edge. So go into Edit, edge select, click the edge, G, Z, hold Control, snap it right here to the top of the stair. Then you're gonna take this edge, the one that's really far out, and you're going to hit G, and you're going to hold Control, snap it into itself. Then you're going to hit G, X, 0.6. Yeah, it's good. 0.6. And you're going to, now you have that ledge. You're going to click this box. Square. You're going to click this box. You're going to hit E to extrude. And you're going to hold Control and snap it to the first kink part. Then you're going to hit G, Z, bring it down past the kink, click it, G, Z, hold Control, and snap it to the bottom of that kink. Then you're going to hit E to extrude it, hold Control, boom, click it to that kink, E, hold Control, click it to that kink, G, Z, bring it under the kink, click, G, Z, hold Control, click. I know, that seemed like a lot, and it was, but we got through it. So that was pretty much the easiest and fastest way to do the ledge. Something I like to do is click it, tab into edit mode, click this face. I don't like textures clipping, so I like to hit G and Y and kind of bring it out a little bit past that. In turn, when I do that, it's going to make me look like I'm floating. So I'll just click the bottom, G, Z, and just bring the bottom down. Click it to that bottom there, and boom, that's that. Same thing up here. You kind of have to bring the bottom down just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, so then you can play with the ledge. Now you can do some stuff like loop cuts. The way to do a loop cut into something is you click the object, hit tab to go into edit mode, and you hit Control R, and it's going to give you different spots that you can loop cut. In our case, we'll do a loop cut this way. When you click once, you're going to get your line to do your loop cut. Your loop cut is going to create more vertices, more faces, more angles, more ways to pull, form, and mold your object. So you're going to want to, I'm just showing you an example of one of the kind of ledges I've seen in public that I make myself sometimes. You're more than welcome to copy the style, do it yourself. You do not have to just leave this as a box. You can make what I'm making, but don't feel like you're stealing anything. Everything I give or do, I expect you guys to steal it, use it, make better, improve on it, everything. So Control R again. You'll notice like loop cuts, if you want to do a loop cut in between here, you can, but then the other one's going to be over here because it does your loop cut. It'll only go wherever you cut it. So this way is cut again. We're going to come up like that. Now, this is something I like to do. You're going to turn this on to face select. You're going to click each face here inside that little slit you just made. Okay, now a little trick with extruding. If you hit Alt E, I believe, yeah, you have the extrude menu here, which has a few things. Extrude faces along normals is your friend. A lot of people forget about it. Basically, if I wanted to take all of these faces at the same time and go outward in their directions, I could do that by doing this. If you try to hit E and extrude right now to the right, all the faces will go to the right, including the ones on the left side of the ledge, and they'll go through the ledge. But if you do this with normals, then when you extrude, they're going to all come out on their own like that. So what I do is I do that normals, and I kind of inset it a little bit like that, and I make it, a nice little detail to my ledge there, But yeah, this is pretty much our first little project we got going here. I'm gonna use this same project to go over the next part of the video. So I want everybody that's following along in this series, if you're not just stopping along to get some reference points for something, and you're actually following through, we'll go ahead and save this and go to File, Save As, and we're gonna save this as uh, Model Part 2. And you can save it wherever you please, and we'll get back to this and work on this with the next video. So definitely keep this, and I appreciate everybody here. I know that you guys are really anxious and waiting to just figure out how to do the grinds and figure out how to get it all ported over, and I'm slowly getting to it. I'm hoping this just makes you step back for a sec with all the drama going on and just have some fun working on your map for you and not worrying about posting it as much. Just worry about making it as good as you can make it for yourself and really enjoying it and getting into map making, because it's really fun. And when you get really good, I mean, look at this, was 36 minutes and we made a really sick staircase, a ledge, and a rail. And if it was me myself, I could have made this setup in like 2 minutes without explaining it. So like, just knowing that you can make maps very quickly and do them very good if you get good at this. So just anything you need help with, stick to this channel, stay on the Discord, stay in our Facebook group, and just keep messing with all of us and me, because I will make sure everybody knows as much as I can. But till the next video, you guys have a great night, great day. Peace and love.